Hey guys, welcome to my channel. On today, I'm Sandra Burnett. Some of you may have wondered, how often do I trim my ends? So I thought that this would be a good video and a good time to share with you the importance of trimming your ends and how to trim your ends. So if you're interested in this video, then I want you to keep on watching. But before we get started, I want you to remember to subscribe to my channel, click that notification button, give me a thumbs up, and let's get busy. Okay guys, so let's get into this video. So here are some signs that you need to trim your ends. If you can see through the ends of your hair, you need to trim your ends. If you have a lot of single strand knots, trim your ends. If your hair appears to not to be growing, trim your ends. Also, if you find that your ends are very tangled, then you need to trim those ends. Why should we trim our ends? Trimming our ends encourages hair growth. It helps eliminate rough edges. Also, if you're dealing with split ends, it helps with split ends. It also helps with breakage of the hair. How often should we trim our hair? Now, I do want to say that depends on your personal circumstances or preference. For example, some people, based on their circumstances, they may need to trim their ends once or twice a year. While there may be others, based on their preference, they trim their hair every 3 or 6 months. If your hair is in protective style most of the time, you probably won't need to trim your ends as much. If you're wearing wigs, you probably won't need to trim your ends as much. When it comes to trimming your ends, ladies, you don't want to use like a guide or a schedule. Instead, what you want to do is study your own ends and then trim your ends when it's necessary. For those that are maybe new to trimming your hair, let me just recommend that you try trimming your hair like every 5 to 7 months. And then if you feel like you need to do it more or do it less, then you do it more or less. Here are the tools that we will be using on today. We're going to use hair cut scissors. That's right. You want to use haircut scissors, not regular scissors. Haircut scissors you can buy at your local beauty supply store, at Sally's, at Walmart's. You don't want to use regular scissors because they do cause split ends. We're going to also use a wide tooth comb. And then finally, we're going to use clips. So let's get started here. I want to start off on dry hair. Now what I did with my hair is I combed my hair out before I started this video. I combed it out with a wide tooth comb, and then I used a fine tooth comb, which I wish that I never did because it really did pull out a lot of my hair. So I'm going to go ahead and take down this front part of my hair, take a small section underneath, and I'm just going to move the other part of my hair to the back. And I'm going to cut off a little more than what I normally would because my hair is damaged. I can see through my hair actually. And I'm just going to, I don't know if I want to cut off about, this is probably a good 2 to 4 inches, but I definitely want to cut off more than what I normally would. And you want to cut your hair straight across. You don't want to cut in like an angle because it can cause split ends, I read. So what I'm going to do is just pull on my hair, try to get it as straight as possible. And then I'm going to take my scissors, and I don't know, this is probably a good 2 inches. Or 1.5 inch. I'm just gonna cut straight across. So I'm gonna go ahead and move this out the way. I'm going to take again a smaller section of this. And again, I'm not really worried about parts or anything. I'm just trying to cut some of the ends off. They're really raggedy from the damage. I wish I can cut off like 5 inches, but I'm just going to be patient and give it time. So I'm going to go ahead and cut. This is a little more, but that's okay. Cut that off. Take another part. Just going to make this part a little bigger. Get it as straight as I can. Cut straight across. And I want to show you too that when you cut those rough edges off and when you cut those split ends off, you're going to find that your hair is going to be easier to comb through. Because normally when you get to those ends, it'd be so hard to comb through. But because I cut those rough edges off, it's easier to comb through. And so I'm going to take this part and I'm just going to twist it out the way. My hair loves when I trim it. It comes to life even more. Again, I'm going to just comb it through a little bit. Cut straight across. Don't be afraid to trim your hair if you think you need to trim it. It's going to grow back, and actually it's going to grow back better. It promotes hair growth when you trim your ends. Now don't get scissor happy, but trim your ends if you think you need to. And ladies, I do want to say for those of you that are watching my channel for the first time, we are on our 3-month new hair journey. Every 3 months, we do something different to our hair. So I want you to go and watch the video prior to this one. In that video, I show you what we will be doing for the next 3 months. So I'm going to take my scissors and I'm going to just cut across here. Again, ladies, if you get rid of those raggedy ends, you're going to find out that your hair is going to grow better. So I'm just sliding my hands down my hair. I really don't see a lot of knots in my hair. It's because I keep my hair in protective styles, and that helps with knotting of the hair. That's just something you should know. And this is the last one. This is how much hair that I cut off my ends. Okay guys, so as you can see, I got my hair all down. It's nice and soft. My ends feel really good here. Let you see the back here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and twist my hair back up, and I'm going to go to bed. Guys, I want to thank you so much for joining me on today. I want you to remember to subscribe to my channel. Click that notification button so that you can be notified when I post new videos. Give me a thumbs up. Keep those comments coming. Go check out my hair products. There they are right here. Bye, guys.